All right, hello and welcome to Whose Line Is It Anyway? And providing the extemporized excitement tonight, we have, first of all, Ron West from Second City in Chicago. Chicago, the Windy City. And another windy citizen is Jimmy Mulville, a Liverpudlian comedian who bases his act very much on Arthur Askey, Jimmy Tarbuck, and these days Ken Dodd. Then from the Comedy Store in London, we have Paul Merton. You know the expression, if you're tired of Londoners, then you're tired of Paul Merton. And completing this big city lineup, we have John Sessions from Largs. Ladies and gentlemen, the contestants. Now, as is usually the case, we start with a game called Authors. So if you'd all like to come forward ready to tell the story. Everybody's come ready with the style of an author in mind to tell this story in. Ron, which author have you gone for?
DC Comics.
DC Comics, right. Jolly good, I'm sure we all read him. Jimmy?
In a similar vein, Sigmund Freud.
Sigmund Freud, jolly good. It's Jimmy Mulville. Now, Paul?
Edgar Allan Poe.
Yes, good. And John?
The Diaries of Andy Warhol.
Righty-ho. So, what we'd like is a suggestion, please, of the title for the story for them to tell. But we're not going to get one, obviously.
Leamington Spa.
Go herding in Leamington Spa.
Goat herding.
Oh, goat herding in Leamington Spa. Goats exercise some fascination for the audiences here. I don't know why. Goat herding in Leamington Spa. Leamington Spa is a town in the sort of west of England. Ron?
I'm not going to use it, it doesn't matter.
No, okay. You're on your own as far as goats are concerned. You have to wear that out for yourself.
Leamington Square, is that it?
So I'll buzz when we go on to the next author. Away you go now.
Superman was trapped on the planet Pluto with a goat. What good are you, said Superman. You're only a goat. How can you help me get out of this? I've been weakened by kryptonite. I need something stronger than a goat. Sorry, said the goat. Oh.
So you think you're a goat? It was quite obvious to me that this man thought he was a penis.
As Superman and the goat conversed on the surface of Pluto, they could hear a distant knocking from the graveyard. It was time to bring Granny up again. The premature burial that had haunted the family over the generations had come back to haunt them. Whenever they buried a member of the family, they put a packet of Ritz crackers in there and a telephone just to keep them going, but...
I was going to get out of bed, but I couldn't make up my mind whether to or not. Then I realized that Bianca Jagger, Jules Olitsky, and Bobby Rauschenberg were coming round. Hi, Andy. Hi, Bobby. Hi, Bianca. Hi, Jules. I said. I made them a cup of coffee.
Thank you very much. Very good. Well, I think I'll give 19 points to everybody there, apart from Jimmy Mulville, for lapsing into bad taste so early on. Normally like to wait for the interval before we get to that. But let's move on to the next game, which is called Film and Theatre Styles. They act in pairs in this. First of all, Ron and Paul, can you step forward? I'm going to get you to act out an improvisational scene in just a second, but can we have some different theatre or film styles for them to slot into when we get going? One-woman show. You're trying to help, aren't you? Any easier one? Slapstick, yes. Keystone. What? Oh, I don't think this week, but... What was that one again?
Sam Peckinpah.
Sam Peckinpah. That's good. I think we're quite enough there. Right, so I'll have to give you a situation, and that is one of you is asking the other for the daughter's hand in marriage. Asking the father for his daughter's hand in marriage. Where you go?
You're probably wondering why I've asked to see you, Mr. Hargreaves.
You want to marry my daughter?
Did the bridegroom suit give it away then? I'll tell the priest and the
I
organist...
think you're an idiot.
Why am I an idiot?
Well, you work in a sewer, for one. I don't want you married...
Sam Peckinpah.
It may be a sewer to you. That's a gun, isn't it? Missed!
slapstick and/or Keystone Cops.
Oh, you git! Oh! You can't marry my daughter!
Why is that?
Because this bottle I'm gonna break over your head! How about this seltzer, huh?
What seltzer?
Oh, here's
Put the armchair down!
What? The armchair?
Yes! Here comes the helicopter! On your head! Watch out for the plane!
Let's cool it down with a one-woman show.
That's very good. Well done.
Thank you. You see, you can't marry my daughter because I'm going to marry her after I have the sex change.
And could we end on a sort of coming soon style trailer?
You know what you're in for when you marry my daughter? Let me tell you right now. Big stars, big time, big action.
Shocks, thrills,
Yes, and then you'll get into bed with her.
romance,
Of a sort.
the sort I like.
And thank you very much. Thank you. Finish. Well, I think that's about the most energetic one we've ever had. So 7 points each. So now we go on to John and Jimmy. Another bit of improvisation from you two. I'll give you a scene in a minute and some more styles, please.
Nativity play.
Music hall, nativity play,
Marx Brothers.
pantomime, yes.
Come dancing.
I suppose that's a style rather than an instruction. Now, anything else?
Charlie Chaplin.
Sorry?
Charlie Chaplin.
Medieval mystery play. That's good. That's good.
Thanks.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's a good selection there. But let's see if it is. You two are two people planning a bank robbery or a bank raid. So you can do that, and away you go.
Okay, so you've forgotten something, mate.
What, I've forgotten to bring my train?
No. We only talk about bank robberies on a Thursday, and what's the day today? No, I'm only joking. Yeah. So what we want to do?
Yeah.
What we want to do?
Well, I thought I'd be the wheels.
Nah, look.
I'm a bit surrealist. I thought I'd be wheels.
Music hall.
Right, all right then. Okay then. Where's the bank? 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 We're going in the bank. We're going in the bank. We're going in the bank. We're going the bank. Yeah, where's the money? Well, I'll just break up now for that. We're going to the bank. Where's the bank? I say there's money. Where's the money? There's money on the table. No, we should go there. Sid Field told me that one. It's really funny. No, but even better one than that.
Medieval mystery play.
What faith I cannot make no hope, or move until this cord doth break.
Hey up, where's bank?
I don't know where bank. No bank can I find and swake. I will the mill maker go to meet, and there I will talk to him.
Oh.
Well, I'm sorry to do this to you, but come dancing.
Jimmy, you are very good at the bossa nova. We saw you last week, and it was a really interesting dance. Can you go into the bank with that very attractive girl with a very large organza gown and steal £5 million worth of money?
Well, I'll try my best, John, but...
He's a very funny man. Anyway, off you go. He's a great man, too, and I'm a bland bastard, but that doesn't matter. On you go.
And how about ending on nativity?
The baby Jesus went along. The baby Jesus took.
I'll bring gold fingers.
No, you
Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, I think because it's decimal scoring this week, I'll give 6.3 to both of you on that one. Now we get a round of interviews, pairing up, first of all, Ron and John. So if you'd like to come forward, Ron and John, and collect your stools, which you're going to be sitting on. What we want is Ron is going to be interviewing John, but John is going to be playing a character, a mythological or historical character, a famous person from the Bible or history. Can somebody suggest somebody like that?
Hercules.
I've got Neptune and Hercules. Can we give a choice on that, John? Neptune sounds good, doesn't it? Neptune. So could you be... does it sound good? Could you be interviewing him for a literary magazine, Ron? All right. Okay, and away you go.
Neptune, god of the sea, I'm so happy to have you here. I'm gonna throw, you've worked with some great people in your time. I'm just gonna throw a few names at you, and you just riff on them for me, all right?
Okay.
All right. Apollo.
Well, the great thing about Apollo is he's a really funny guy. I remember I was down at the bottom of the sea once, and I was with a couple of seahorses, really funny seahorses. They got drinking vodka for a bit, and they got really lashed. Then they made love to about 15 mermaids. It's really funny. Anyway, but what's exciting about being under the sea is that you get pressure. You work hard, but you can...
I've got to ask you about the sea.
Yeah.
I've got to ask you about the sea
Yeah.
and the pressure. Would not your job be easier with a submarine?
Yeah, but that's... Yeah, but that's basically for people who don't really go for it. You know, what I like about going underwater, holding my breath for months on end.
How did you feel?
Great, masculine thing to do.
How did you feel when Caligula, the Roman Emperor Caligula,
Yeah.
attacked the sea and took the treasure back? How did you feel? Did you feel violated?
No, I just felt like a bit of an arsehole sitting there with a pointy hat on, but apart from that, nothing really sort of got to me, because I was down there with a lovely girl, Annabelle. She's marvelous.
Oh, Annabelle.
She's
Annabelle.
wonderful lasagna.
Last question now, please.
Now, I must say to you, you're featured in so many stories.
Cosmopolitan.
Yes, so many stories.
Yeah. I do.
Why?
I'm a god, so I can read your mind.
Why? Yes. And so, of course.
Okay, end on that. Thank you very much. Thank you. Leave us. Leave us. Thank you. Well, that's I think 15 points to Ron, and it'll be 14 to John as a point deducted there for taking the stools away, which we need for the next part of this round, which is... yes, Paul and Jimmy are going to do one now.
That's right.
So Paul and Jimmy would like to come forward. Anarchy is breaking out, and it's an exciting part of the show. So another character for Jimmy to pretend to be on this interview.
Mary.
The Virgin Mary or Claudius? I think Claudius is a good one. You're a classicist, aren't you?
Mary would have been quite good.
Well, let's not argue about it. Let's have Claudius. And Paul will be interviewing Claudius in the style of a DIY magazine. So, away you go.
Now, Claudius, you have been emperor for a number of years now. How would you put together the mahogany bookshelf from the various components that we've shown our viewers earlier? You'd use a drill then, would you?
I don't know.
Well, would you... Well, I mean, there's a lot of people. I mean, Julius Caesar, I think, preferred mahogany.
Don't mention Julius Caesar.
OK. Well, other sort of Roman emperors, they've looked at bookshelves and they prefer to make them out of mahogany. Now, you've gone for teak in this one. Could you tell us...
I love teak.
It's easy to wipe the spit off it, isn't it?
Thank you very much. Well, I can't do better than give you 34 points each for that one. In fact, I'll make it 22. Right, now we come to a round called World's Worst. That involves everybody in this, so if all four of you come forward on the World's Worst step. And it's a quick-fire round when you think of as many different examples of the world's worst chat-up line. So away you go as you think of them.
Well, 6 poppadoms, 15 curries, 15 beers, 10 o'clock.
You don't sweat much for a fat girl.
Oh, the eyebrows are drawn on, is that it?
Can I lie on top of you for 20 minutes?
I need sex. Here's 400 pounds.
Actually, it was a quite interesting operation. What they do is they drill here, and all the mucus comes out.
Hello, my name's Cliff Richard. What I'd like
I just got out of prison. What about it?
Have you got herpes? Do you want it?
It stopped raining. Do you fancy nipping out to the car park for 20 minutes?
You're weird.
I don't know if you know the songs of Gordon Lightfoot. I found...
Shut up and let me talk, okay?
I don't think looks are everything, do you?
I'm an ugly bastard, but I chose my underpants every day.
I think we'll leave it there, and I'll work out the points of that while we have a break away for some advertisements. See you after that. Bye. Right, I'll score 2.5 for everybody in that last game. Wear that one out if you like. Now, the next game is called Props, and divide into pairs for this. Now, Paul and John, can I give you this item? You've got to come up with as many different ways of using it as a prop. And Jimmy and Ron, one for you down here. That's your one. So we'll buzz between the two groups. As many ways you can think of as possible, starting with John and Paul now.
John Marriott charged. Commanding officer, Rorke's Drift.
Well, Watson, I believe Moriarty is important.
Doctor, I want you to have a look at my tongue.
I come from a different planet.
You've taken a suppository before, I suppose.
Well, I took it down the skateboard, right? I took it down the street and everything. I was trying to skate along. It don't move or nothing, right?
Speak up, you want to do what?
I want to take all of your money from you!
But you don't know what I am, do you? I'm a lozenge holder.
Can't see anything out of the periscope, Captain. We may have hit something up topside.
You do a lot better with a tie pin.
Yes, I'm an elk, and that man fell over me a second ago, knocking off one of my antlers here.
Paul and I, we've been selling ice cream for 2 years, man. I'm telling you, you make a bloody fortune. It's much better than going to university.
Doctor, about this nose job you gave me.
Doctor, you still haven't said anything about my tongue.
And the convenient carrying handle will be able to take Jimmy anywhere they want to take him.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's end there. Thank you. Nice round of props. Thank you very much. 27 points for everyone on that one. A very great round of props, if I may say so. And now we move on to another game featuring Paul and Ron called Film Dubbing. If you'd like to come forward and see the monitor, the idea of this is there's a film from which the soundtrack has been removed. And Paul and Ron are going to provide a new soundtrack. And they've started now, so away you go.
What the? Hey, what are you, deaf?
Yes, I am deaf.
Man.
I am deaf, and I have come to see you because your time...
Oh, that's great. I'm ready to die.
I don't think you understand. This is it, the final moment of your
sure.
life on Earth.
Oh.
In this bag,
You mean in the bag? Yeah.
In this bag, I have something that's gonna give you the fright of your life.
Oh, it's a fruitcake. Is that what it is? Boy.
This is no ordinary fruitcake. This is the fruitcake of doom.
Oh.
Take a piece.
Boy, it looks like the alien jumping out of my stomach here. Let's take... It's darn good stuff there. I like that. Oh man, I'm gonna blow chunks here in a second. Man, this is tasty though. Okay, there it is. Wow.
Wait a minute, that's my car keys. How did they get in there?
I don't know.
Look at this. Look, a note from my wife. Come home early. Dinner's ready. I gotta go out.
You see, that's exact. Yeah. Well, that's fairly good, so 1,030 each. Right, we now go to a round called Party Quirks, which features Paul Merton as the host of a party. The others have an envelope in front of them, each of them, with a quirk, a physical characteristic, or a way of behaviour. If you'd all like to look in your envelope, see what it is. And the idea of the game, if you've seen this before, is that Paul has to try and guess what these quirks are in the course of the improvisation. So, you've all seen them. Hopefully not Paul. Come forward, please, Paul, and start your party. Should be good at this by now. They're lining up ready. Party going, is it, Paul?
Yep.
Yep.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, George, how are you?
I'm fine. I'll have soda water, please.
You'll have Tizer and like it.
I
got stopped.
have to set up my chemistry set while I'm here. Will that be all right for the party?
That's all right. What sort of a chemistry set are you going to set up? You're not going to do any experiments?
Yes, I am. I have to. I'll just use. All I need is soda water and plutonium-235. That's all.
The plutonium-25's next to the twiglets on the table. All right, got it in.
Very good.
Hello?
I don't normally use the door. You're very privileged.
All right, we'll come through the window. Oh, you've come in.
Yep.
Why don't you normally use the door?
What? There are no Iranians around here, are there?
No.
Pity.
There's a bloke next door we're not too sure of, but that's about it.
I'll check him out later.
Right.
You.
Who are you?
Hey! I'm telling my mom. Hey, you're weird, mister.
He's clean.
It's a nice Sten gun that you have there.
You're a commander, aren't you? You're
A commando.
an
yes,
SAS commander.
Yes, I'll give you that. Well done.
He was scaring me. Yes. I'm gonna just let me get it. You're a bit of a precocious brat.
Where's the
Precocious Brad, I think, does that, yes.
Precocious brat?
9-year-old genius, we called him. But,
9-year-old genius. George,
I think you've got some explaining to do, young man.
it's Danny LaRue.
Danny was very close.
I spoke to you and Peter earlier on.
Yeah.
I made it quite clear that when I want you to use green dishcloths, I will tell you. When I want you to use the red ones with the green dogs on, I will also tell you. When I finish smoking 80,000 million cigarettes.
Okay then. That's fair enough.
I'll tell you what, mate, what I'd like to know is, you know this sort of dumb, indented look just above my nose?
Yes.
Was it because somebody hit me in the forehead with a didgeridoo?
I don't know.
10 seconds to get this.
You see my...
Yeah.
You see my hair?
Yeah.
The way it's kind of blonde and sort of annoyingly Glenn Hoddle.
Yes. Sort of almost like somebody in an Australian soap opera.
Oh, that's it. Well done. Phew. It was just getting worrying there, Paul, but you got there. Anyway, that ends the show, and I just have to total up the scores, and I see that, yes, Ron West is this week's winner, so well done to Ron. The prize for the winner is to read out the credits, the closing credits, in a style of my choosing. So, Ron, will you do it in the style of somebody on death row, a criminal on his way to electric chair? Just wait there for a second. I thank Ron West, Jimmy Marvel, Paul Merton, John Sessions, me, Clive Anderson, saying good night. Good night.
Well, I leave everything I own to Dan Patterson and Mark Levinson. Paul Merton framed me, so did Philip Pope. I'm not going down alone. Roy Easton is a criminal. She's a murderer. Steve Bendelak runs drugs. I'm telling you right now, Joe Thompson runs a house of prostitution. Thurza Philpott works in the house of prostitution. Carrie Fletcher, I don't even know who that is. Biff Gardner, she was very nice to me and brought me some food while I was inside. That's good. And Patterson again, he's an imposter. I'm telling you.